alarming trend out there in obesity.
The obesity epidemic is growing.
Obesity rates are on the rise.
The numbers are not looking good.
I go to the bathroom mirror, look at myself, I'm fat.
Wait. It doesn't have to be that way.
Thank you.
In a world full of unfit people, is getting rid of the gut and swapping it out for RIP that rare? Or is it just a secret they don't want you to know? Over the next few minutes, I'll lay out step by step just how simple it really is. And why most feel like it's such a big secret. No more feeling disgusted and discouraged with how you look.
Yeah!
Instead, you'll confidently transform into being absolutely shredded. It's the formula for going from overweight to RIP. It's simple, easy, and the best part is it works every time. 4 simple principles. I eliminated all the fluff and the mystical BS most videos fill your head with. I need you to understand, you've been doing things the hard way. I know because I did the same thing for years. You know, the internet makes it easy to go down this confusion rabbit hole, successfully convincing you how hard it is to get in shape, that you have to get up at 3 a.m. You're a loser if you take days off. Basically, you're told if you don't become this mixture of David Goggins and Jocko Williams, you don't stand a chance. But if that was true, how is Steven, the husband who has 4 daughters, runs a business, plays poker on Fridays, definitely loves a good whiskey, able to be completely jacked? Or Julian has to be to work at 4 a.m., coaches his son's basketball team, has date night every other Saturday, able to be fitter at 42 than he's been his whole life. This is what makes these 4 principles so powerful. Your current circumstances don't matter. These principles always work. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand it's no more complicated than learning how to ride a bike. I have to warn you though, it's easy to fall into this.
I already know that trap.
These are principles, not tactics or strategies. Tactics, which are things like 30 minutes of cardio, eat 1 gram of protein per pound, the things that you do, or strategies such as keto, intermittent fasting, the plan, those constantly change. They're like a Diddy party. You never know what you're gonna get and you never know how long it's gonna last. Principles are predictable and repeatable. They're like the fundamental roadblocks. They never change and they apply to everyone. What made Michael Jordan the best basketball player of all time?
It is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality.
Mindset is the first principle. Michael had the ability to hone in on what he wanted, like a lion stalking and closing in on his prey. The right mindset makes refusing to accept anything other than what you want non-negotiable. Nothing or no one can stand in your way. Like, this alone allows you to take back your power. It gives you this immediate sense of confidence, just overall dominant aura. All the distractions that throw most people off no longer matter because you're locked in. You've seen this, the fit guy we all know, you know, the one that makes looking like an action figure look easy. That's what rock solid mindset looks like. This is a critical principle. Don't be stupid and just gloss over. An easy way to understand the second principle is look at the life of a Roman soldier. Like, these guys were jacked. Like, they absolutely ran things. You know, one of the things that made them so much more impressive than any of the other men at that time was they would go from battle to battle, each one seeming to get stronger than the last. They understood the second principle. The first thing they did before each and every battle was eat. They literally had a feast at a time when famine was a real thing. Like, they understood the importance of nutrition. The second principle. Eating used to be about hunting and gathering to survive. Today, it's about entertaining, bonding, and even just passing time. Yeah, times have changed and we've evolved, but our bodies haven't. The dominant reason for eating still is energy and survival. Do I think you should just abandon all social gatherings and give up magically delicious food? No, that sounds horrible. Not to mention, it's not even necessary. You do, however, need to develop some sort of healthy, sustainable relationship with food. You know, ransacking through all the crazy food options we have today, that's not gonna work. You can eat whatever you want. You just can't eat whatever you want, whenever you want. Figure out foods that fit your current lifestyle and put yourself in a calorie deficit. Don't overcomplicate this. Look, if you're struggling, use an app like MyFitnessPal to just be mindful of how many calories you're consuming. High performance results require proper nutrition. What you put in your body matters. There's an easy place to spot the third principle in action. Ask yourself, where can you go to find the highest concentration of fit people? The gym. It's like everyone mysteriously teleported here. The most predominant place people go to nail down the third principle: movement. I'm sure at some point back in school, even if you were like me and barely paid attention, you heard an object in motion stays in motion. Thanks to the homie Newton giving us that classic law, it's easy to understand why we need to move. Look, being ripped doesn't happen without muscles. Muscles require resistance training. This is exactly why gyms exist. They literally have thousands of dollars worth of equipment just for you to toss around. Not to mention, it puts you in a perfect environment to bring out any alpha competitiveness you have in you. The side of you that society deems toxic suddenly becomes perfectly acceptable. Besides those ones with the lunk alarms and the free pizza, avoid them. You need movement that gets you out of your comfort zone. Movement fires off all kinds of feel-good chemicals. It lowers your stress, depression, increases clarity. The fourth principle is the glue that makes everything stick. It's the climax that ensures all the other work pays off. Not just with your fitness, but nothing in life reaches full potential without it. Consistency. Consistency is the main reason most people crash and burn. Even if you master the other three principles, without consistency, the whole process becomes this ultimate frustration bomb. The great thing about consistency, it's the easiest one to master. I promise you've already mastered it without even realizing it. The question is, are you consistently doing the things that move you towards your goal, or are you consistently doing the things that move you away from your goal? If the answer is the latter, it's a simple fix. Change your focus. The reason you're struggling is because you're prioritizing short-term gratification over long-term results. If your end goal is clear, all the other options, they don't even make sense. Take whatever your favorite meal is, for instance. One you know isn't moving you in the right direction. If I told you I would treat you to whatever that meal was, bills on me, or you could have the body you've been tirelessly working towards for months, which would you choose? You didn't even have to think about that. That's because I caused you to mentally put them side by side. Something you can easily teach yourself to do. Next time you're struggling, just ask yourself a this or that question. You can have insert short-term gratification, or you can have insert long-term result you desire to have. Start visualizing yourself already having obtained your goal. You have the four principles. At this point, you have a decision to make. You can continue doing everything the same way you've always done, stay the same, feel discouraged, ashamed, fed up with the person you've let yourself become, or you can start seriously implementing all four principles into your life. No more trying, no more telling yourself what you should do. Make the decision. I'll catch you on the next one. Crush today.